Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I uploaded, but I'm back and I'm bringing you this blue icy look that I did on my friend Norma. I'm using all of the Bombshellcosmetica's new palettes. So the first palette that I used was their Sour Blast palette, and I took Bomb Bomb and I'm just putting this in her crease, and I had added Sweetheart on top of that as well. I took their HUBBA eyeshadow palette and I had mixed Jolly and Grape together, and I added on top of both of those blue shades to add more of dimension. I'm taking the same palette and I'm using a green apple and I'm just blending out the crease. More of the grape shadow, and I'm just adding more on top so that way the purple can be a little bit more dominant. The next palette that I'm using is their Candyliscious palette, and I'm taking the shade Blueberry, and it's like a bright blue. So I'm just going to add this into her crease so I can add more brightness to her crease, because I am going to be putting a darker blue on top. So I just want all that dimension to build together, because when you're working with blues, they can be a little hard sometimes. So you want to make sure you build up the colors nicely. I'm just going back in and blending with that green apple shade from the HUBBA palette so that way everything is smooth. The next palette that I'm using is their Caramelized palette, and I'm taking the color Sherbet, and I want to build up the dark blue. I want to make sure that dimension builds up and I don't go too heavy at a time, because if I do, it'll be a little harder to blend out. Once again, you want to keep going back and forth with the green apple shade and making sure that crease is flawless. I'm just adding more of that Sherbet shade because I want her crease to be really bold and be more of a dark blue. So for her lid shade, I wanted to use two different colors. So the first palette that I'm taking is Caramelized, and I'm using Drip. And I'm just going to place this all over where I had cut her crease. And then the next color I'm taking is from their Sour Blast eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking Frosty. And it's like the perfect silver color with like glitter reflex in it. It's so beautiful, and I wanted that one to reflect more on top of Drip. I'm going back in with Sweetheart just to make sure that the lid color blends in with the crease.
You're a rolling stone, but I'm a cannonball. You're not fooling me, not fooling anyone. Got your head in a cloud, you're delusional. In an ocean of all this emotional.
I'm gonna be doing the bennies technique that I learned in his masterclass in this video, and he had gave me this cream contour palette when I went to his masterclass. So I just wanted to try to recreate how he does his style on his clients onto Norma. So I'm just making sure I give her a bright under eye. Now I'm gonna go in with contouring. He waits to the end to blend everything out, so don't be scared when it looks harsh. It'll all come together. His technique is a little harder to, you know, begin with because he does like that harsh edge of the contour, and I'm so used to having everything so flawless. So it's a little harder when you try it, but once you get the hang of it, I think it'll become easier for you. And I love the way how his techniques works with a nose contour. It made her nose look beautiful. So if you guys want to try his technique, follow along with me and let me know if you got the hang of it. But I know I'm not a master at his technique yet. I'm still practicing. So this is just a little practice test. Maybe the next video we'll probably do an update on how, you know, I do his technique a little bit better. But I'm just practicing right now. I'm going in with the blush from that cream contour palette. I know it looks a little scary like the clown contour that we always used to see, but I think I did bring her blush up a little bit too high. So the next video I'll be doing, I'll make sure that I don't do that. So I'm just going in with her sponge and I'm making sure I blend everything out. So when he blends out his cream contour, he does go back in with a shade from the cream contour palette that matches her skin tone. So I'm just doing that. I'm just taking that shade and making sure I blend everything out. So as you can see from side by side, you can't really tell that it's that harsh anymore. It blends out really smooth, so I really do like that technique. The hard part for me is just getting the contour to be extra sharp like how he does. Another trick that he taught is if you want your contour to look more sharp and you blended it away too much, you can go back in with a highlighting color underneath the contour and just make sure you add more of her same foundation color on top of it so that way it's not too bright on her. Want to make sure you lightly press those two colors together right like in the middle. You don't want to do it too hard because you are going to blend it away too much again. A lot of areas on her face, I am just going with a smaller brush and just setting down the areas that I did not set already. as you can see, once you blend everything away and you add all the powder, it looks really good and you can still see the sharp cut from her contour. So to finish off her under eyes, I'm using the Sour Blast eyeshadow palette and I'm taking Bomb Bomb and Sweetheart. Now I'm going to take the Caramelized palette and I'm going to take Sugar, and I'm only going to put this in the outer corner for more dimension. And you want to make sure you blend that Sugar color right into the crease so that way there's no gap in between. This is a final look, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Doesn't she look so beautiful? Let me know down below if you had learned anything new and what did you learn. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.